What's up, guys? First of all, congratulations, Derek, on your D2 wall of this WOD. Now, me and him had a friendly wager, if you didn't know, about who would finish their D2 wall first, which Stardate would get done first. So, if I finished my 20XE7 run first, he would have had to do map 9 of that saveless, and if he finished his first, I would have had to do this one saveless. Now, he went ahead and did map 9, even if I'm not done with mine. And he even went the extra mile and got the record on that map. Pretty cool route, so I'll link that in the description. Now, this demo right here, if you've been following my grind on Twitch, sorry to say, this is not the same demo that you saw me get yesterday. I actually went ahead and redid it this morning. I had a few major flaws in that one that I wanted to fix. So, I redid it. And you'll find that this demo is not like my typical demos where I just try to survive and take things very carefully until I get that exit. This one I played, I just didn't really care that much about my own survival. All I cared about was just getting through. Anyways, press that switch, work on the chain gunners first, and fight these arch files. Now, these two columns here, there's a space in between. It's easy to get zapped because of that. So watch out, definitely. It's not too bad though. Now we can deal with the Manx. And I'm not sure if you're seeing those, there's a lot of Revenant missiles that were going over my shoulder there. That's why I kept circling around that structure, just to avoid those. Now I want this rocket to hit that pink lemonade waterfall right here. This will cause the Barons to infight with the Cyber. Get him out of my way, get him out of my hair. And I'm going to need all those Barons to be dead before I go to the next section, because I'm going to have to do a setup for a little trick here. So, grab these rockets and deal with the chain gunners. Usually I save a couple rockets, but I ended up taking so much damage now. So, here we are, 38 health. Now, even though I did play it pretty aggressively, if I have the opportunity to save it and not waste too much time backtracking and stuff, I might as well. So there's a berserk and a supercharge that I usually get a little bit later, but I went ahead and did it now just to make sure that I survive the next scuffle. So let's deal with these revs. And I'm gonna go ahead and shoot this switch while I'm thinking about it. It raises the stairs up to those columns where the revs were. Now let's go up this lift and get our first secret here. If you just strafe run across these things, you're good. And then pressing that switch actually brings the cells and the two medikits on the right there. So on my way up here, I should have honestly grabbed the cells when I dropped down here. But yeah, that switch anyway lowers this lift here. And this is what I'm talking about. I had plenty of time to go and get the cells in the meantime, but it's all good. I had to go around one more time. Like this. So as a grind, at first this map was annoying to me because, you know, I had to wait so long for the Cyber to kill the beginning guys, and also I wasn't too good at the trick that I'm about to do, so I ended up having to restart a lot because of that. Alright, now this section here also wasted a lot of attempts here because I was just trying to be so greedy with the SSG, trying to SSG all the Barons and the Manx, when really I could have just rocketed down the Barons. But I mostly want to kill these Manx with SSG because I want to use the rockets elsewhere. Like this, yeah. It's just much better that way. Alright, and then I can clean up with SSG. 132 health is not, or 135 health, it's not the best. It's workable though. I'm gonna go ahead and grab these rockets because I need to clear out this section. I'm gonna be camping here in a little bit. I want all this stuff dead, and I also want to go and get the mega armor. Yeah, mega armor is down here. Now the next step is to go ahead and trigger an arch vial and some pain elementals, but I don't want to kill the arch vial yet. Yeah, there's a couple of arch vial jumps that I'm gonna do. Now, this is what Derek does in his D2 wall, and I figure if he can do it in his D2 wall, I can do it 5 minutes into a run. It's not that bad. Anyways, I'm sitting here to pull all the pain elementals over. Pretty sure this is the intended way since there's a window here. Same thing with the window behind me. It peeks into a room that we're gonna deal with later. So it seems like this area right here is good for the cheese, but I didn't cheese that one. I didn't feel the need. I enjoy that fight the way it is. Alright, all the lost souls are gone. Of course, he had to get one more zap on me. Alright, now look at this. Instantly targeted me. So this is one of the reasons I went for a second exit instead of the one I got yesterday. Just because this arch vial really tested my patience in that first exit. And then I ended up failing the jump that I'm about to do right here. Had to drop down and redo it, and it was very slow. So, much happier with that. So the point of that is to get the red key early before having to deal with that the 3 fights that are over in that direction. This helps you to get the BFG early, because then you could just go and do the blue side, which is easy. And then you can take the BFG into the red wing, and then that section is so much easier. Yeah, so this route is by Mr. Zoll. Pretty sure he's the one that discovered the arch vial jump, or he was the first one to do the demo of it. I believe Rubix is the one that first mentioned it to him. Yeah, his run is 19 minutes. It's like 10 minutes faster than this one. Anyways, now this fight, this is just where you go to restock. This fight is not a problem. Once you rocket stuff, they get out of your way. You just clean up the pain elementals with plasma. As soon as there's no more lost souls, you're free to use rockets, which I will in a second here. Yeah, there. Don't waste anyone's time. Go ahead and press this, have it lowering while I kill this last guy, right? And now it's time to go down to that cross-shaped room. So, I don't know if I've been playing a lot of Sunder recently, or I want those pits to the side. I want those to be death pits. Is that bad? Is that mean? I think it's mean. Anyways, so I just kind of take care of the pigs with plasma. You know, the cheese honestly would save some cells, pulling them over to that window. So it's definitely better for survival. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and SSG down all of these cacos. I had fewer rockets than I usually have. I think I just used up too much near the beginning. Put myself at a deficit later. Yeah, I almost got stuck there. So you see, I came here with 200. It is a potentially dangerous fight, this one. I'm just grabbing some rockets, grabbing some supplies before I go to the next section. And then this area is another reason I wanted to redo the demo. So I kind of wanted to do this platforming without letting go of W. But yeah, first of course, grab the radiation suit. Now the thing is, in the first exit, I think I failed this one time, then I got it like that. And then I ended up having to backtrack for the supercharge. And this time I also didn't grab the supercharge, but I said, you know what, let me just not go back for it before I start screwing up the platforming. I got it once, I don't want to put pressure on myself to get it again. So, just live with the health that I have now. And then that sucks. That really sucks that he hit me there. Like, come on. not gonna make much of a difference though, because and I was pretty sure that Archvile was gonna die from that shot. Whatever. Now there's no cover. You just have to rush the Archvile and just hope that he stuns or whatever, or he gets distracted in time. But as long as I get out of this place with 100 health, it really doesn't make much difference if things went wrong. There are 2 medikits waiting for me right outside this room. Oh, and I forgot 2 boxes of rockets, so just take the time and grab them real quick. Now it's time to go for the blue key fight. So I had a little bit of trouble with this, but ended up changing my strat to Derek strats for when the Archviles come out, that is. Go ahead and just clean up these imps with some SSG. And then this part right here, just kind of push into this corner and then spam plasma. This is one of my favorite things about 20xc6, the fact that you just get to really spam the plasma a lot. Most WADs, you know, you get the plasma gun and you can't really use it that much because you're usually either saving it for saving the cells for a BFG later, or you just need the cells for some future situation. But in this, you just feel so much more free to use it. Now this is the strat that I'm talking about. I used to struggle with these Archviles because I would just stay up top trying to rocket them down, but the rockets just hit nothing. They just hit the floor, auto aim to the floor. But if I get in that corner, I waited there for a little while to pull the Archviles in that direction, and I come here and get some efficient rockets on them. So that helped a lot there. Alright, and that's all the Archviles. That's this section done. And we press the switch, that's the way out. And now I go ahead and rocket the Pain Elementals. I was really low on cells in this. I wonder why. David. Oh, and the blue key is sitting here. Oh man. But yeah, the next step is to open up the big room. But I forgot the blue key. I gotta go back. Which kind of pisses me off, but oh well. I can live with that. Annoying lost souls. Now it's time to open up the big room, rocket down some of these guys while we're waiting for the door to open, because why not? And I remember my first time playing this WAD, and I finally got the BFG here. I didn't do the Archvile jumps my first time, of course, but when I finally saw the BFG, it was really exciting, because the whole rest of the WAD has been just a plasma fest. As much as I love plasma, it's good to see this. And we're going to spend just about all of our cells on these Revenants. Just cut them down as much as I can. Thanks a lot, Arachnotron. All on my way. Yeah, you know, I just found out recently that Arachnotrons actually take up more map space than Cyberdemons. The only thing that takes up more map space than Arachnotron is a Spider Mastermind. Up and down goes the spider. 8 sound channels, so you didn't get to hear the full sound. Alright, and now at this point, we pulled the Revenants out. That was really the point of me standing over there with the Cybers. And now I can just get here and get behind the Manx. Just do as much damage as possible. So, it's really hard to dodge the Manx and the Revenants in this corner here. So, it's nice to have like 200 health and armor, or close to it, when you get here. I like to just spend some time here, just let the cyber demons do their infighting, and I clear out revenants. I see that cyber over to the left there. I need him to come this way. Yeah, so he's out of my way when I'm trying to circle strafe. Just wanted to wait for him just a little bit. Alright, and then chill here for just a little while. I want these cackles out of my way now. They've been coming out slowly but surely. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot that thing while I'm thinking about it. And hello, Cyberbeam Rocket. Oh, and I just grabbed the Megasphere at 167. Why, David? Why? I ended up hurting for health later. Oh, and those 2 cells that you saw at the blue key, I was hurting for ammo too. Just imagine what I could have done with those cells. That's like 5 extra shots, man. Whatever. Alright, now, at this point, more than usual, there were more rockets coming at me than usual. Like there. Yeah, so after that many close rockets, I decided, let me just get out. Get out of that situation. See if I can't sit back here and just rocket down some arch vials. Now I hear that you're supposed to use an invuln here for these arch vials, but I don't know. Sounds like cheating to me. No, I'm kidding. I used the invuln for something else. You'll see. I had this idea yesterday to make the ending a little bit easier for myself. Yeah, now I had a ton of health, so I decided let me just go and try to just do some damage there. Kill a couple of arch vials, and I'll go for that mega. Yeah, that's just an example of what I'm talking about, how this demo is really not like my others. I decided to just take it aggressively. Typically I'm like, oh, I don't want to lose 17 minutes of progress. Which I don't, really, if I can help it, but still. Oh, and I should have seen this zap coming. Because I shot a bunch of rockets in that direction. I should have hid for a few seconds. And then just work slowly but surely on this. The cleanup is a little bit more tedious if you don't use the invuln here, because you know typically you'll just take the invuln, just get in everything's face and just cut down the numbers a lot. I still got 1 megasphere here. This is the last bit of health that I can get in this area. And I found out from my first exit, because I had left here with like 30 health or something that time. I found out that it's not really required to leave this place with full health if I'm gonna survive the red side. There's plenty of health over there. The red side, I mean the red key wing of this map. Found a few more rockets that I can use to cut these down. Oh, and those Chang'an are Christmas trees. I love that. It looks so cool. There is an artist out there. She made this graphic of this room with Doom Guy in the center holding the BFG. It's really cool. I'm gonna link that and some of her information in the description. Definitely go check it out. Alright, now I'm 30 health and I'm fighting all these mancubi. So I gotta be pretty careful about what I'm doing. I only got a few cells left. Also, I grabbed cells. Oh, I don't know how I didn't see that mancubus up there, but whatever. I ended up coming back here, and I'm like 1 kill short of what I'm supposed to have. And I'm getting worried, like, oh, am I gonna have to backtrack through the whole map to look for 1 kill? But luckily, I found him quick enough. There. And then grab these last 3 cells. I'm sitting here thinking, wow, you know, just enough cells to win the fight. Didn't realize I had a whole 200 cells over there by the blue key. Well, anyway, now it's time to go handle the fights that you're actually supposed to do to get to the red key. But first I'm going to get some health though, because 13 health is going to put me at a bit of a deficit over there. More than I already am, I guess. So this is really fun with BFG. It changes up the whole thing. I've played this without BFG when I was blind. Anyways, go ahead and rocket down these Manx here, and I don't think I should be just on one side focusing on them, but in all my practice runs I would just get here with 200 from the big fight, so I just wouldn't care about my health much. That imp, he wanted to eat my rocket. He tried. So I don't use any BFG on them. What I use the BFG for is all the flying enemies that are about to come out right here. There. Doing this with just plasma is so messy. Yeah, I always felt like the red wing of this map is disproportionately harder than the blue wing if you do it with the intended route, but like this, I feel like it just evens things out. So anyways, next thing to do is go and take care of this cyber. Now something about this cyber, I don't know why none of my 2 shots worked in this map. Either the BFG balls were just rolling all 100 damage, or I was just not able to get close enough. Maybe block map, who knows. Oh, and I got greedy there. I was hoping I could kill them in 1 shot. Luckily I did enough damage with that second ball. Alright. With the Archvile Wave, I like to do that first, so they don't end up reviving any of this stuff. I go for the Revenants here, pull out the BFG. Look at that. I took about 150 damage right there instantly to those revs. Pretty dangerous. I was a little too slow. I got hung up on corners. And now there's just one more wave to do in this section, and I pull out the plasma for this one just to push my way over this way. And I usually have about 10 rockets or so here, kind of cut down the number of specters and imps, but then it's just going to be SSG, because if you sit there getting too comfortable with the rocket launcher, one of these guys is going to get in your face. And there's only 2 ways to find out whether there's specters down the hallway. If you're playing in this software mode, which I prefer now, either you just walk forward and you get bitten, or you just fire SSG and you just see blood in the air. Yeah, so I'm just shooting, like, even if there's nothing there. Yeah, see? Yep, just checking to make sure that there's none left. Now at this point, this area is done. I'm just gonna pack up on some stuff, some health, and there's more cells over here at the start, and there's 100 cells in one of these cubbies. I couldn't find the lift for a second. It's over here. Now this fight right here is probably the biggest difference when it comes to the BFG route versus no BFG. So my first time doing this, I did the Revenants with just Plasma, and then I dealt with the Cyber. Honestly, I think the best way is to just have the Cyber in fighting with them if you're doing it the intended way. But like this, man, you can just kill the Cyber. And once again, my 2 shots not working. Maybe I need to spend some time practicing that again, I don't know. But yeah, and then you just have fun with these Revenants. Now this is not easy, but definitely much easier than just doing it with Plasma. And this section is ridiculous. If you try to do it with Plasma and you just kill the Cyber first, it's gonna be rough. Yeah, this whole teleporting around situation is not easy either. You gotta really keep track of those Revenant missiles. It's much different than when you're BFGing just a horde that's all in a group. Now, did you hear that? It was subtle, but that switch has a little door in front of it that is timed. You have to wait for a while. And it opens up those 2 arch files, secret number 4. And now the only things left to do is deal with these guys and the Cyber, and then he goes to the end fight, except, of course, my missing kill. So here now I have to sit here and wait for the Cyber to shoot so I can get in his face. Well, this 2-shot actually worked, but he also had a lot of damage done to him, so who even knows? Alright, now I want to go and press on this switch. Just so I don't waste any time, what I'm going to do is take the invuln and I'm going to rush that way. Because there's a horde of arch files. Not that it's a really hard fight or anything, but I want to also do a damageless, and it's definitely doable. Not taking any damage. Yeah, there's the Mancubus that I forgot. But this horde of arch files is definitely doable without taking damage if you just do it the normal way with BFG and stuff. But this is way more fun. And I find that fight harder than just dealing with the guys in the big room. So might as well, right? So here we are. Press the switch, and then once the switch is in the ground, shoot 3 BFG balls in the distance, get in their faces, let the tracers go to work. This was kind of close. They all died in the nick of time. And now, it's fun time. It's the hard end fight. This fight right here, oh man, I lost a run to this yesterday on stream. I'll show you why. But anyways, the whole strategy is just basically try to keep these Revenants at bay as much as possible. And the Archvile spawns are random as far as I know. And one important thing is to make sure to save 1 BFG shot there for the imps so you can push your way out. I go grab some supplies, rush back through the imps, just push through these guys now. I'm not trying to actually kill everything, I'm just trying to kill what I can on my way around. I still got plenty of health, so I don't need to go for the Megasphere yet. Just keep pushing through these. Good thing I hit that Archvile. Now I can go and deal with this. Yeah, see this right here? Those close rockets? I got hit by one in that one attempt. It's pretty annoying, but yeah, I lost it there. But anyways, at this point, it's not quite done yet because you can still get stuck, as you saw. Oh, hello, rocket. Yeah, sure. Very close. You gotta watch out for those every time you're in the direction of the cybers there. I go ahead and rocket those revs. Because why not? Speed up the process a little bit. Now these last cybers, Now this looks harder than it is. I gotta admit, it is a lot of pressure to deal with these cybers at the end of the run like this, because, you know, just one of them can kill you. But yeah, and I ran out of BFG, so I had to rocket him down. It's alright though. Not too worried about it. He does have cells in front of him. Didn't have the guts to go and grab him. Yeah, we're done. Oh, and I was curious what would happen if I shot a BFG ball. It just does nothing. So this map, grinding it, I was annoyed with the beginning a little bit, because I had to keep waiting for the cyber to infight those guys. And also, I wasn't that good at the archvile jump. It took me a while to get really used to it. So I got a little bit annoyed at that, but once I got better at it, I didn't mind it as much. And I enjoyed it enough to go for a second exit, so lots of fun. And the whole BFG route, going for the big room, I love the big room. Definitely my favorite part. That and the invuln, the way I use it, are my favorite parts. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Maybe you will try this route. But anyways, till next time, peace.